Afternoon. This is Nita with the Timepiece Garden, and we're painting again today. And kind of just like we did the last video, it's all been sea anemone and clownfish. So it's all lower right hand corner. You can tell nothing else has changed. And then I get closer so you can actually see. I think the anemone's done for the most part, and I think the clownfish are done for the most part. On the clownfish, I have some highlights and lowlights I need to do, and on the sea anemone, and I'm going to get really close now. You can see where the bottom of them are all this pink shade, and then you go this yellow tan on the top of the next one. I think I need to make this a little darker. By the time you get down to the, where it gets into the actual shadow, that's plenty dark. But from a distance, that top row is just not quite right. Does that make sense? But I'm not messing with it today. I hit that point where I start seeing the brush strokes and not the actual art. And it's kind of the same thing with the anemone. Based off of where the light is coming from, his bottom tummy piece right here should not be as white as the top of his head. Just that's based off of how the sunlight's hitting him. Now from this close, you can actually see this orange is lighter than this orange because that's the back fin. Same thing with his tummy line and or the top of this fin. You can see where there's a color change, but I've not done that color change at all with the white yet on either fish. So without pointing it out, you can see there's some dark lights or some areas of shadow. It's just not as pronounced as it should be. Where is bright white and where it should be darker orange. So I've still got some work to do. Highlights and lowlights on both the clownfish and the sea anemone. But once those highlights and lowlights, once I get them right, it'll just pop. It'll be done. So they're looking kind of awesome though. Alright, well, I will talk at you later. Panda's ready for me to go home. And we'll talk again tomorrow. Evening. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. Saying I've been out and about most of the day. Panda's happy to have me home, and I figured I'd come out and do a quick walk. Brought a bag with me just in case. I don't see anything that I need to harvest right now today in the perennial garden. Peppers are doing fine, can stay out for another day. Squashes aren't pickable yet, So, overall, so far that's good. Panda needs a little outside time. She's been in the house while I've been out and about, so me coming out and just kind of looking at the gardens gives her an opportunity to run and play. And having said that, I have those awesome things that I could just come look at. That plant is another ground cherry. I can tell by the little yellow flower on it. I don't see any ground cherries hanging off of it yet. What amazes me is it's sitting here growing in the rabbit manure compost mix that I hadn't put in the garden yet. That one's going to be easy to move because it's on top of plastic, so I'll be able to move it. So I'll end up with 2 of them, which is kind of awesome. And then from there, I'm just kind of looking. Yeah, I'm going to go in here and snag a couple of tomatoes again to give Panda some outside time. Well, then again, maybe not. Those look like marigolds, not tomatoes. You can see them there. Those are marigolds, not tomatoes. I didn't expect to find any because I was out here yesterday because I knew I was going to be gone most of today. And it had harvested. Made sure I had everything harvested, that needed to be harvested so I wouldn't have critters, birds specifically, in here eating my tomatoes today. So, yeah, it looks like everything's good. Yeah, dun. I do need to look at one morning when it's a little cooler. Yeah, this is a view of the gourds, both the basket and the birdhouse. And you can see where they're getting large. I've got some of the, I don't know, I don't want to call it plastic, but it's like a plastic nylon mesh thingy that you use as cover, non-slip cover in cabinets for like glasses and cups. And I actually want to rig some up underneath some of the heavier ones, so they're not how do I say it, not creating an excessive amount of weight on the vine that's hanging. Because the basket gourds can get to 2 feet round, you know, and like that one is huge, and that's not 2 feet round yet. And then those two are huge, and they're not 2 feet round either. And those are basket gourds, not birdhouse gourds. There's a birdhouse gourd, and all it takes is a day of rain, and the basket gourd grows exponentially compared to the birdhouse gourd, which is awesome, because, you know, I might actually get some large ones then. And I don't know if you can see it from here. My biggest one so far, there we go, I can see him, is back there. I don't know if I'm focusing in on him. Yeah, that big mess, big fat blob right there in the center of the screen. That's him. He's the largest one out there, and he's huge. Kind of in between the two, the red and pink zinnia there. That's him. He's the largest one out here. So, anyway, just keeping an eye on things. Nothing I need to pick today, which is good. I can take Panda on a walk. Just kind of walk around the property here real quick and let her get some playtime. And maybe, even though she's not been in anything and has not gotten dirty, spend a minute and turn the hose on for her and let her play in the hose. You know, just so she gets some definitive Panda playtime. Now, where'd she go? I got no idea. You know, Mom's talking on the camera. She's like, whatever, Mom, I'm taking off. And she takes off. All right, having said that, y'all have an awesome day. And I will talk to you later.